Tell my Caleb Young got the cake up, now he's wanna date us. I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights I just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now it in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo.
All right, Coach, first opened back in 2017. There's a look at the gleaming new Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Rosen on 1st and 10. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
Now Rosen on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's 2nd down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
And now it's Rosen looking. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he'll go down at the 28. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Well, it's just been an aerial attack all the way downfield, and they're putting it to the defense in a big way right now. What do you think, partner? Do you now run the football? Because they're in a pretty good spot already at the outer edges of the field goal.
But, like you always tell me, you're still far enough away from the end zone that a pass could be a good option here, too.
You know, we always talk about running the ball until people take it away from you. I don't see any reason to stop throwing it until they take it away from you as well.
Well, the early returns here on the opening drive, though, solid.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56.
From the red zone now, here's Rosen on 1st down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Christian Kirk, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Here's Coleman. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you'd gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Coleman now. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. Tackle made by Marcus Golden. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Let's go. Right.
On third down, Ryan. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Tuesday. Let's go.
They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, Ryan. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Flush to his right, and nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. We documented it last week. They played so well defensively. 4 interceptions. Tried to get their hands on another one there.
And when you've had 4 the previous week, you are just itching for more the very next week. And there was a great opportunity. It went by the wayside, but let's not underscore what's going on with this defensive unit. They are around the ball every time it's being put in the air.
He's got Sanu. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Bryant's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And some room to work.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
The first down carry here for Johnson. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, Rosen. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? They come out here in the I. They'll run it with Johnson. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defensive front there. They held their ground, pretty much stoned them on that play, and ended up creating a lost yardage play.
Yeah, drop them from the 1 back to the 2. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Ryan on 2nd down. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. And that one good for 16 yards and a 1st. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he will find Ridley on the left side. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
To throw is Ryan. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. First catch so far for Julio. He's got a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down. They get it to him running left. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. On third and goal, Ryan. It's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up. No balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out that just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that part. I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're no
pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Tack McKinley in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. On second down, here's Rosen. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be a third and about 13.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware of ball may come your way.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end. And that's caught inside the 35. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff, Johnson. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Cardinals got to go quickly, hustling to the line. Now Rosen to throw on second down. Buying time to his left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they like...
And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Cardinals have broken the tie. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. So out come the Falcons now. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point...
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that would help him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
bashed.
Super toe.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On third down, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. First down now, but that clock rolling.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. 11. To throw on third down. Ryan. And that is incomplete.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on third down.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. That's complete. Hooper. Touchdown, Falcons. Austin Hooper, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, where they want to let their return guy touch it.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, look at the juke. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. He'll air this one toward Coleman. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Rosen again on 2nd and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We now proceed to the start of the 2nd half. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. And here now come the Falcons. 1st half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the 2nd half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Well, they have the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And it's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, Ryan. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Marcus Golden in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. 3rd and long. It's Ryan. Forced out to his left. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're going to try and throw. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Well, being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. 319! 319! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
From the gun, it's Rosen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Underneath for Johnson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to bring up the 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. From midfield now, here's Ryan. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. To throw again is Ryan. Over the middle, complete. That's Jones. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Ryan now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Ryan will throw again. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. It's Coleman here. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tevin Coleman, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Falcons have broken our tie. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now it's Rosen. Now he's forced out left. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Back now in Atlanta. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go down at the 28. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. 3rd and long here for Rosen. Blitz coming, and down he goes. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. Room here to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. My music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. They go back to the ground with Smith. And he's got this down to the 35. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Coleman. Seven yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tevin Coleman taking it in from 11 yards out, and the Falcons will extend their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it's a 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Rosen on 1st and 10. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 2nd down.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
Rosen to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Coleman. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now Rosen to throw on second down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. Here's Rosen to throw. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down. Cardinals got to go quickly. Hustling to the line. Now Rosen. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They will run again with Coleman. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, Ryan. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals, as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Here's Matt Bosher now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 33. You call that an even 50 yards on the punt, with 7 on the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Elsewhere, 4th quarter score now from Baltimore. And the Ravens have wound up winning that football game. If they hold on, it would be win number 10 for them on the year. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Detroit! Detroit!
One final shot here for Rosen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game.